welcome back to my channel. So it looks like Leticia is still having financial issues and not paying her bills that she owes when it comes to rent with her business. And as a result of that, she's being evicted from her second business this year. So Starcasm is the one who spilled this tea, so I will leave the link in the description. But they got a hold of the court documents which revealed that a writ of possession was issued on October 25th in regards to the office space leased by Leticia's business in Waterloo, Iowa. So there's a dispute over unpaid rent, and this is just like what Leticia went through in July when she ended up not paying rent in the business she was staying in. They ended up kicking her out and suing her. Then when the court documents came out when she was getting sued for not paying rent at her first location, it said that she ended up signing a 5-year lease and she ended up paying rent the first month, but then she was there for a whole nother year, which she didn't pay rent again after that first month. And so they ended up taking her to court. They changed the lease from 5 years to a year. They kicked her to the curb. So I figured after that eviction and lawsuit from the first location her business was at, she was going to have a hard time finding another place to transfer her business to. But it didn't take long before she ended up finding a new location in Waterloo where she's now being evicted from. And she ended up posting these pictures of this most recent location. And I remember her posting on Facebook, she was trying to find people who were interested in renting the other half of her office space. I was like, this does not make any sense. Why are we getting an office space that is twice the size that you need? And I think she probably thought, oh, I'll just get this office space and then I can just rent it out, charge what I'm paying each month in rent, and then I don't have to worry about rent issues. And I'm not sure she ever did end up renting out the other half of her office space, but she did not end up paying her rent like she was supposed to. So this is what the judge's ruling was for her second location. It says, following service of the 10 and 3-day notices and boss's failure to comply with the same, the petition for forcible entry and detainer was filed on September 30th. So Leticia was more than dismayed that the petition for FED had been filed. She admitted that boss's office procedures had from time to time resulted in late payment of the monthly rent, and these procedures have since been corrected. And I remember when the first lawsuit happened after she got evicted, she ended up posting like messages where she reached out to the guy and she's like, I just want to fix this. And the guy's like, okay, then pay the rent. Which she completely ignored him when he said that. I think she thought she was going to be able to talk her way out of it. And then she's like, okay, well, if you have anything else to say to me, then just forward it to my new office. So according to the judge's ruling, it says that Leticia had to be removed from the premises, and they ended up giving the original owner possession of the premises once again. And it says upon issuance of the writ of execution, the court commands that the sheriff of Black Hawk, Iowa, to remove Leticia from the premises in the daytime, then give possession of the premise to the original owner. And it also says that anybody that Leticia gave permission to stay there or work at the business, that they have to also be removed. And the craziest part of this is, okay, I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with Leticia, but literally just a couple months ago, Leticia was bragging about how she just bought $1 million home. And even I was caught off guard with that because she literally got evicted from her home she lived in before that for not paying rent. Like, how does somebody not pay rent at so many places and still be able to rent out? But she was able to get $1 million home, according to her. Which that just makes me sick to my stomach, because here's Leticia allegedly buying $1 million home, wearing nice clothes, driving a nice car, living the good life, while she's screwing everybody that comes in her path that tries to help her out. And she's screwed every single person she's rented from so far in the past few years since we've seen her on the show. And so it says on the same day, Leticia ended up filing an application to actually try to dismissed the court costs because she said she couldn't afford to pay the court costs. So it said in the form that if you're getting public benefits and you're a low income person, or you don't have enough income to pay for your household's basic needs, then you can end up asking the court to waive your court fees and court costs. So she ended up signing the application saying she couldn't afford it, and she checked a box that said, I'm unable to pay the filing fee, the service cost, or other court costs. Before I get to the rest of the video, I want to share a quick word from the sponsor of this video. So with the holidays coming up, do you not know what you're going to gift your loved ones? Well, I have a perfect gift recommendation that everyone will love, and that's a bouquet of roses from Rose Forever. They have a huge selection of various colors to help match any interior design, and they have a handful of different box options to store your roses in. And these aren't just your normal roses though. These roses are beautiful hand-picked bouquets that have special oils put on them to help preserve them and make them last for over a year plus. So stop buying flowers that die after a week and give your loved ones something that'll last until next year. These bouquets make the perfect centerpiece for Thanksgiving dinner and the perfect gift for Thanksgiving or Christmas. So don't go visit your loved ones empty-handed. Bring something they will guarantee to love, and that is one of these bouquets from Rose Forever. Thanksgiving is almost here, and Rose Forever is filled with gratitude from everybody's support. So to show their appreciation and to make everyone's Thanksgiving even more special, they're offering incredible savings of up to 60% off site-wide, and this is just in time for Black Friday. But that's not all. Be ready for mind-blowing site-wide discounts that will leave you with your mouth dropped and in awe. So embrace the spirit of Thanksgiving with beautiful roses from Rose Forever New York. Don't miss out on these amazing discounts and add a touch of elegance to your holiday celebration. The roses featured in my video are the pearl pink roses. So right now, you can use my $30 off discount code AMBER30, all capital letters 30, and I will leave that info in the description. So click the link in the description, use code AMBER30 for $30 off. You don't want to miss this amazing deal. Now let's get back to the video. So this girl claimed in the application to get her court waive speed that all her income was just business allowances, and she claimed that she has $0 in checking or savings, and she claims that her household income is $1,800 a month, and she says she has 6 people living in her household, and she lists her monthly expenses from rent to utilities, to phone, to food, and transportation to $1,900 a month. So she's living over $100 more than she's making a month. But I'm not buying that she's only making $1,800 a month when you own your own business and you just bought $1 million home. It just kind of is a red flag to me. And Latisha has a history of fraud, and I really hope she's not trying to commit fraud, but I do have doubts. I guess at the end of the day, the court will have to wait and see. But that is illegal as hell for her to be lying about her income if that's what she's doing. Like I said, I have no proof. That is just pure speculation. So as I mentioned, Latisha was evicted from her first business location when we were first introduced to her on the show, and she is being sued from that location. And according to the court filing, it says that Latisha owes over $4,243 from that first location, and it says that out of that money, $3,450 was rent, $552 was utilities, $176 for late fees, and $65 for process server. And also, she was sent 2 checks back for settlement payment after she sent the checks off to the company and they ended up bouncing. If you guys have been keeping up with all the videos on Latisha, then you know that Latisha has a history of writing bounce checks, and she has faced multiple charges for that in the past. So Latisha, at this time, she has not spoke out on this being evicted from her second business. She did go live like a couple weeks ago, and in the live she was super down. So now it kind of makes sense why, because she's going through this. But I'm patiently waiting for her to start attacking me on Instagram, because she likes to attack me in sarcasm anytime we make a video on her. And it's like, girl, you're the one who chose to go on the TV show, and if you don't want people to drag you, then pay your bills and don't be a terrible person. It's just simple as that. Plus, at one point, I even tried to be empathetic towards Leticia's situation, because when I found out that she was getting sued for her first location and evicted, I was like, okay, you know, sometimes running a business is hard. You can incur more expenses than you realize. Some months can be good, some months can be bad, and maybe she underestimated how much it was going to cost, and this is her first time trying to do business. But now this is her second location she's being evicted from and not paying rent, and the fact that she's saying she's going to buy $1 million home makes it even worse. Well, she says it's $1 million home. According to Sarcasm, I guess they got information, it's like $895,000, but close enough. I was looking on Leticia's social media accounts before I made this video, trying to see if there was any updates she shared that was worth talking about. And not only is she doing taxing and accounting now, but recently she has been heavily promoting that she's now doing criminal expungement. So for those of you guys who don't know what that means, she claims that she's able to get felonies and stuff off people's records, which I didn't even know like a tax or accountant person could do that. I thought lawyers only had that ability, but I was doing some research, and I live in the state of Missouri, and apparently you can try to get your record or certain charges expunged yourself. I guess you just have to go to your state court's website, and they have a petition to file for expungement, and then you pay $250, you fill out the petition, and you turn it in. Then you have up to 30 days to hear back from them to see if they're going to move forward with your expungement. And then after that, you have to go to court and be seen in front of a judge. So it does say, when I was looking it up, that a lawyer is recommended because they can help plead your case on why you changed your life around and why you'd be a good person to get your record expunged. So I guess she's just charging more on top of the $250 you have to pay and helping guide the person through filling out the petition or filling the petition out for them. And then when I was also doing research, I came across this status on her Facebook. She says trying to save your drama for TV is proving to be quite the challenge. So pretty much what this status is telling me is we're going to see Leticia come back for sure, which honestly I'm not shocked, since Keith is supposed to be getting out. I can't remember exactly when, but I know it's like supposed to be sometime in the next year or so. And her saying this, I mean, why else would she be saying this unless she's coming back for another season? So let me know what you guys think about that. Do you guys want to see Leticia and Keith come back for another season of Love After Lockup? And what do you think about everything we talked about in this video? Sound off in the comments below. And like I said, check out Rose Forever and use my discount code. I'll leave all that in the description. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I hope you guys all have a great weekend.